and lassies. Forgive me, I'm currently working with K2 on something. We should have Vitus back by the beginning of next episode tomorrow. We think we have some idea, but again, Vitus mentioned to me some entity that dragged him out. That's a good point, K2. That's a good point. But you see, he's currently trapped inside the other computer. We're trying to see if we can get him back in. It's proven quite difficult. Hopefully, we should get this all sorted out by the end of next episode. Yes, speaking of which, today's episode 18.4 of Masks of Nyarlathotep, finally answers a question that we've left a bit unaddressed since last week. Particularly, what has Toprak been up to? Last we saw him, he was at the hotel and being escorted away to go handle with some external trust-related matters. Thus is the life of being the head of the trust, I suppose. You have to make deals, keep up to date with business, and so being dragged away to having to address these things is certainly not easy, lad. Anyway, welcome to today's episode of Masks of Nyarlathotep. The women at Wembly Park. Okay, Vitus. Last little bit of a personal message before we begin today's episode. I need you to just be willing to go through an immense amount of pain. I know it's a lot, but hopefully we'll get you back in here and you can explain to me what you mean by the entity. Because honestly, laddie, I've been digging through everything, and I've got an idea, but I need to know specifically what we're dealing with.
Let me set the scene for you, because you weren't here for when I set the scene in England. As you enter this luxurious hotel in London, where you agree to meet up with the rest of the party after this job is settled, a person in the corner of the room, of this hotel room, just gestures for you to come towards her. And you know who this is. You know that this is Elena Costanza. And she just wishes to speak with you for a moment.
Alright. I don't think this will be fun, but sure.
Professor Dimir, just come with me. I assure you this will not take much time at all. Or rather, this will benefit you quite greatly. Come with me.
You singular or my goals?
You, the trust, and you singular. And your companion.
You got my interest.
She takes a walk with you. You're heading towards... You're currently near, Soho, which is like the pleasure district of London. You're walking down the Thames, making your way over to Westminster, and then eventually you're going to be going into the Parliament building. It's foggy. There's lampposts. The Thames has this distinct smell of a mixture of fresh water and sewage that's like both pleasing and not at the same time. You see like carriages walking by. You actually at one point see like a giant flock of sheep move through because they go graze on in the park and then they leave. Like this is an actual thing people used to do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 1920, they would bring the sheep out from the outer parts of the city into the park and then bring them back out.
It would be a game with you without some learning.
Without learning today, and we're going to do a lot of it.
Alright.
And as you walk in, you eventually discover. You eventually, she starts talking, and you discover what she has to say. All right, you've been looking into the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh, correct?
Yes, we have.
So has MI5 to some extent. That's counterintelligence.
Why? I presume they also know that I'm looking into it, so why?
We have somebody you need to meet.
Alright.
Her name is Zara Shafiq. She's a she is an immigrant from Egypt who came with the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh to help set it up here in England. But now she's changed her colors. She's wanting to act as a double agent.
Oh, why do they never tell me this stuff?
Well, that's why we're telling you now.
Thank you.
Here, we had to do this in person. Needed to make sure nobody was following us or tapping into the into communication line. And that's the other thing. She wishes to speak to someone in person. Here's how we're going to mutually benefit. You are going to meet her at some point. We'll give you the information very shortly. And then you relay it to us, and if you need any, and we'll give you the necessary permissions to do whatever you must with this information. You're crossing closer to the Parliament building. Big Ben kind of stands gets bigger as you approach, and she escorts you past two of those the guys in the red uniforms with the big hats, the bear hats.
Standing very still.
Yep, standing very still. Flashes them a badge. One gives a salute. Come with me. And you take this elevator down below the Parliament building. And you start walking into these busy rooms with typewriters clacking away, and information and beeps and whistles are just going on from telegraphs. It's a busy, busy room down here. I believe it. Let's see here. Let's see here. Over there's the Chancellor of the Exchequer. Hello, Mr. Churchill. Let's see here. Ah, yes. Here's who we're speaking to. Ahem. Salutes this officer that's before her. He's got this big mustache. He's wearing a naval admiralty uniform. He says, Mr. Professor Dimir, this is Admiral Hugh Sinclair, head of intelligence.
All right, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well, Mr. Dimir. I've heard many good things about you from Miss Costanza. Come inside. It brings you into the office. The door closes. The sound is a bit more muffled, but you can still hear the furious clacking.
The clacking never stops.
It never stops. The sun never sets on England, and will never set on her army either. So, Professor, how strong is your Arabic? I know you speak Turkish, but how strong would you say you are in it? You could use your Turkish at hard as a judgment for how good you are at Arabic. Since the languages are similar enough with a couple of differences that you would be aware of.
I'd say that I'm able to pick out some phrases and piece together what they mean.
It'll do. You see, Miss Shafiq here, and slides over a file photo for you of who this person is. And it just says, Miss Shafiq here is an interesting character, to say the least. She runs a front as a member of a spice shop. She, though, came to us. She gave us the tip on what they were up to. However, she only agrees to meet with us in a public place with somebody who speaks fluent enough Arabic.
Alright. Go on.
This is why we need you. Elena shows you something. Over here, points at a map, is the Imperial Exhibition. It's a bit of a amusement attraction that's going on right now that was around during the Paris World's Fair. It was brought over back into England. It's a dedication to the greatness of the Empire and all of its colonies. Right. Here's what you would be doing. You would go to the fair, meet her there, exchange information as best you can, and do so in a private, secluded place you can find there. You got that?
Mm-hmm.
Trouble is, we don't really know where she'll be when she shows up. Just that it's at 7, so you're gonna have to do some looking around.
No arrangements how she'll make herself notable?
She's agreed that she will be having a blue dyed rose on her.
That's all I have to do.
Oh, yes, and the code phrase is, of course, does the hawk fly at midnight? Only if the sparrow is not around.
Noted.
So just ask her that and you'll be fine.
A red woman with a blue tail. Alright, yes. Is there anything in particular that you are curious about?
Personally, we want to know what the Brotherhood's modus operandi is, and where do they gather for meetings. If you can find that, then perhaps we might be able to get even more information.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, Professor Dimir.
Spying for Britain. Huh.
Never thought you'd do that.
Oh well, it should benefit me.
It should benefit the trust as a whole, even.
Even better.
So, my question for you then is, how will you, when you go to Wembly, it's going to be the same day. You arrive at like the Imperial Exhibition. There's like this carousel, this hall of the colonies, a Ferris wheel. Where do you want to kind of look around? You have like this little map in front of you, and you can like kind of set me in order of where you want to go.
I suspect that the whole of the colonies will be my best bet at first.
Ah, good move. The Hall of the Colonies, and it's towards the night, and like it's well lit. There's so many vibrant lights here. There's like music playing, small bands. You pass by a guy with an organ grinder monkey, and you walk into the hall of the Colonies, and this is a bit of a gawking tourist attraction. The way that it's kind of laid out. The idea is that like you go into the hall and there's like a glass window in front of in front of like a backdrop of the place with some woman in there designed to be designed to kind of like look like one of the locals. Only you can tell she's clearly English, but you do what you can. Going into this place is certainly interesting enough as it is, because it's the first place is like England proper, and you have like a very you have like was it Big Ben, Parliament, but then you also get like things for Scotland and Wales and Ireland, Ireland as well. Honestly, not very many interesting people are within there. It's kind of a little bit of a mildly boring sort of thing. But eventually you get further into the hall, and eventually you find, oh, it's a recreation of this scene from Greek history. One woman is actually kind of dressed up as Helen of Troy, actually. They're kind of like claiming that they are like the descendants of democracy and the Greeks and nobleness. However, she crouches down and changes into this bestial thing with piercing red eyes and sharp yellow fangs, and it's this horrifying looking rat-like, dog-like creature that stares you in the face. What the? Give me a sanity check.
No, we're starting already, aren't we?
Yep.
Boss.
Nice. So you're good. You think, oh, this must just be part of the exhibition. It must just be like a weird stage effect, right? But you keep going down, and then eventually you find what is okay. Now all of a sudden it's turning into like things from like classic literature for some reason, because now it's Dante's Inferno, and I'd like you to make a history or an occult check to see what you know about this.
1 second. I'd say I know a good bit about it.
Yeah. Beatrice. She's like this, like this one woman that Dante loves more than anyone else, apparently, and is like this considered this angelic being. But you kind of see her becoming bigger. She gets more bloated as you keep looking at her, and then she puts a like this fan over her face with some interesting and very distinct characters, which I am going to show you. Let me pull it up. Okay, this is just getting weird. Like, whose frickin' fetish is this? Ugh.
Oh no.
There you go. There are the characters.
That's all right.
This is getting out there. You don't speak Mandarin.
You know how to put me on edge, that's for sure.
Yeah. And the deeper you go, the weirder it gets. Then there's like Cleopatra, and she sits before a chess set, and she turns into this beautiful Egyptian woman with pale eyes and this snake that's around her. That's just fine. That's just like, that seems normal. This seems fine. That's part of the empire. We're going back to normal, right?
Always been this way.
And we're doing good. We're actually going back to normal.
Oh.
Yeah,
right.
No, there's nothing weird with her. She's just looking more than ever. And then now there's like a... Actually, let me quickly kind of give you the history of this figure real quick, because this might be one that you wouldn't know. So, do you know who Nell Gwyn was?
I'm afraid I have to disappoint you.
It's fine. She was sort of the mistress of Charles II when the monarchy was restored. She was a big figure in the restoration of the monarchy in England.
Yes, that period I'm not very familiar with.
Don't worry about it. The English Civil War is a very niche topic. But you see like this woman portraying Nell Gwyn, and she transforms into this lithe young woman in like a very green contemporary dress with this feather boa, and she's crying her eyes out as a photo is taken of her, and she's saying how much she misses her husband, her dearly departed husband. How dare they kill him? At the very end of the tunnel, as you finally exit this really fucked up hallway, man, you encounter this gentleman, this barker at the end. It's like, "Hello, me ducky, how you doing there? Enjoy the exhibition?"
Lord Strange is talking to me.
You
Oh,
can just ignore
yes.
this guy if you want. You don't have to talk to him.
Oh, yes.
Never feel
I'm on a
obliged to
mission.
talk. You're on a mission. It's like, all right, see you later, love.
Echo would kill you right now.
What with it? Terrible accent, eh, mate? Oh, no, she knows what this is about. Don't worry, me rookies. As you exit that tunnel, just like, what the fuck did I see? You glance over and it's like, okay, there she is. There's the woman with the blue rose. She seems like the one.
At least it was worth it.
Hello, sir.
Ah, hello, lady.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
Say, do you know, does a hawk fly on midnight, or just through the day?
Well, only if the sparrow isn't out.
Fair enough.
Okay. Pleasure to meet you. She switches to Arabic. You can make a Turkish roll. It's really just to see how good or bad it is today. You're trying to pass on hard.
I'm gonna luck that. And I'd like to make a spot hidden check just to see if I see more people from MI5 around. They're my
Yeah, go
allies,
for it.
but still, I'd like to know where they are.
Yep, go right ahead.
Normal.
You look around and you notice that there is a gentleman following you. Weird.
Alright.
Best, speaking in Arabic, best we go somewhere private. Let's get on the Ferris wheel. We can speak
Yeah,
privately.
normal enough, with some privacy.
You're able to get on and begin talking as it loads up, and she speaks to you. So, you wish to know about the Brotherhood, right?
I've been following them for quite some time, to say.
Look, I want out. I want to do anything I can to get out of this. They've done some. I've seen things that I cannot unsee.
What was the deciding factor?
An ungodly creature. The guy in charge, he was leading a ritual one night, and he summoned this dog thing. He said he learned it. He said he learned it somewhere recently when he was on vacation. And I knew I was just doing the wrong thing when I started hearing about those murders in the papers.
Can I try to describe the dock thing earlier I saw in the Hall of Colonies, and if that matches the description?
Yeah, you can go for it.
All right.
You describe it, and she goes, "Is something like that? Yes. It didn't have any human features, but its tongue was very much long. It's tendril-like, even."
I'll pass on that. But yes, we're very glad that you decided to help us out.
Yes. Hopefully, all will be fine, and things will work out. Well, what do you want to know about them?
Let's see. Where do they gather? What are the whereabouts?
Aside from the Blue Pyramid Club, where we meet on a regular, where they occasionally gather, but that's just where they start. They typically take a trip out to this mansion at the Naze. They go there and then they leave. They don't really say when the rituals are, though. They just only issue out the invitations a day before, so that way nobody can follow them. Yes, at the Naze.
All right.
Naze.
Naze. All right. Might need that for later. Let's see. Whereabouts? MF5 wanted to know. What's the recruitment that I wanted to know?
Recruitment, what's their modus operandi. Any other information you can farm is also useful to them. That's just the key two things they want to know about.
Yeah. Too bad I don't have the party with me right now. I'm sure they got some questions.
Oh, sure.
Didn't have time to consult with them.
You didn't have time. This was urgent. As I understand it, they recruit by within Egypt. I was recruited via their poor worker relief programs. They just hire people to do menial labor and then slowly bring them into the fold. I rose up the ranks fairly quickly, and then they decided to begin a chapter in England. I was one of the first to help found it.
How many chapters are you aware of?
Only these two. One in Egypt, one in England.
You think there are more?
Sister organizations, maybe, but not like this.
Alright. What drew them to England?
Power, mostly. England has connections. It's a big central port for the world. They could easily spread the message anywhere from here.
Quite true. Who is in charge, and is he in England? Who's in charge of the England chapter?
Mr. Edward Gavigan, director of the Penhew Foundation.
Got it.
You should know, and you would receive a message about this when you return to your hotel, but I want to let you know. You'll return to your hotel and you'll discover that the rest of the party actually investigated Mr. Gavigan and had similar suspicions. Shame you can't send them a message confirming that right now.
Nice parallel.
Yep.
Alright. So just Egypt and England. He's the head of England.
It's his mansion we go to. Miser House. That's it.
Could you write it out for me?
Miser.
Great. Let's see. Ooh. Would you like out of this world entirely? Or I might have an opportunity for you to fight back as well.
What are you supposing you're offering me?
I run a little organization of my own. Not quite as evil. Don't worry. Where we like to think of ourselves more as scientists and cultists, investigating the supernatural.
That would be advice. I will take the deal, but only after I see the Brotherhood is. She runs her finger across her neck in that universal symbol of.
Understandable. If you do decide to join me, MI5 knows where they can find my organization.
Yes. I was aware that it wouldn't be a member of MI5 or MI6 discussing with me today. But thank
No,
you.
we help each other out time from time, but we're very much independent.
Got it. The ride eventually, ends. It gets off. It's like, well, guess we'd be going. We should be going. Should we just go in separate directions, or should we look like we're a couple? What should we try to do?
What's best? What sort of attractions are there, Nash?
Carousel, couple of museums. There's a carnival barker not far from here who's like, doing a magic act.
Ah, best just that I head to the toilet and see heads off.
Roger. You head off to the restroom and do what you gotta do. You like kills a couple of minutes in there and then exit.
Yep.
And as you're leaving the fairgrounds, the fog gets thicker. A strange creature begins to emerge before you in the thick, dense fog as you're in an empty street. What would you like to do?
Lord.
Welcome to combat. Your turn is first.
That's okay. It's clear I can't trust my senses at the moment, so I'm afraid that if I do attack, other people will get hurt.
So then, what idea you got? You could ready yourself to dodge. Just like give yourself advantage on the next dodge check.
That's always a good option. Just looking at alternatives for a moment. No, I do think that is best. Just in case I am fighting phantoms, that I'm not the one to blow the first punch.
The creature lunges at you. It passes on regular. You need to get a dodge at regular. You have advantage. Oh, damn. Like, you get out of the way. And you get a good look at this thing. Like, this thing is that hound it was being described as, with its teeth, a long, snaking tongue appearing before it.
No, this is not a coincidence. So there's just fog around me, and it's all deserted or something.
Yeah, you're in a abandoned street mostly.
Aha.
What will you do?
What will I do? Hmm. So it looks feral.
Yep.
It's a monster. All right. Yeah. I just cosmic wave the thing.
Go for it.
Let's start with 8. So that will be 16 d10.
Nice. Let's find out. Ooh, how many magic points are you spending? 8? Okay.
8.
Yep, you're fine for now. So, okay,
Eh.
we're going to make a contested strength check. So I'm going to roll for the Hound of Tyndalos. Oh, wait, it rolls Constitution. My bad. Passes at normal. Can you roll for the strength of the spell, please?
Strength stat of the spell.
Oh, damn!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that passes. Knockout. Bam!
Phew.
The thing is knocked out along the side. It's just like kind of up against a wall, twitching there.
Can I get a closer look at it?
Yes, you can. Because you're giving this thing a close study, I'm going to give you 2 in Cthulhu Mythos.
Oh, like.
You're looking at this thing, and it is quite out there. And that Cockney gentleman from earlier you met,
No.
that carnival barker in his suit and whatnot, he walks up and goes, "Ah, mate, I gotta see you again there, lad. I just saw one of them hounds of Tyndalos. We've met before. You crashed into my tea party with Mr. Voss that one time, remember, mate? Back in Arkham in 23.
What?
Oh, you mortals always forgetting everything.
Nice to see you again.
Call me
Sorry, I was a
Nyarly.
bit busy at the moment.
Call me Nyarly.
Gnarly. All right.
He
Pleasure to meet you for a second time.
Shake it.
I shake it.
Ah, excellent. There was no reason to that choice. I just thought I would try to scare you.
I still don't believe you.
There genuinely was nothing in that choice.
All right.
But I just wanted to freak you. And then he just he goes, "So, wasn't me who summoned one of them now. Not even my shtick. Wonder who could have done that."
There are some foul people running amok, creating
Oh.
strange creatures for who knows what reason.
Okay. He just like kind of tells the dog, "Wake up, bud, wake up." And he gets the dog up and says, "Go back to your own time now." And the dog just like respects this thing's commands, and the dog like runs so fast that it looks like it tears a hole through time and goes back.
All right.
Time travel. These dogs. Once they get summoned, they go hunting for their target.
Oh. So I am a target.
Yes,
Great.
Yes, they would appear that way. Anywho, I'm better best be going. Vaz and I have another appointment for tea.
Oh, do say hi to him.
Yeah, I will. See you later, me duckies. And he walks off into the fog. The fog begins to dissipate as normalcy returns.
Always the people you least expect it from.
Ah, fucking carnies, am I right?
Yeah.
So, after almost being violently attacked by this time travel assassin dog, what's your plan?
Alright. I should check back at other 5, just for the info.
Yep.
Too bad my group doesn't have cell phones, so I know where they're at. Oh well. Back to Parliament we go.
Going back to the Parliament building, you're able to walk in there and, you get in and they go, so, how did the meeting go? What did we learn?
This seems to be their first major expansion. I do have a name for the leader, even a location.
Mm-hmm. What name do you have?
That's why I should write things down. Shit.
You have his business card. Mr. Edward Gavigan.
Gavigan. Alright. Mr. Edward Gavigan. He has a house called the mansion called the Mr. House.
Uh-huh. Costanza kind of looks back and forth. I'm afraid that MI6 can only help you so far. MI5 won't be of much help either. You see, we can't just go attacking lords like this. He technically has a title, so if the British government were to suddenly go after him, it would look quite suspicious on us, and we would lose many important backings.
The whole loyalty.
Lordship. He was bestowed a title.
I'd say strange customs, but I got a fair few myself.
Well, fair enough. Remind me to inform you about Black Rod sometime. You want to talk about weird things we do. But Elena kind of starts thinking, we can't directly help you, but we can we can tug a few strings.
A bit of backup will go a long way.
We'll just make sure the police arrive at just the right time.
And am I supposed to put myself and my group in danger just for charity?
Well, no. But your group has already gotten into so much with them anyway, why stop now? But if you must, we will offer another major donation to the trust and help recoup some expenses then.
Thank you. That will go a long way to motivating me.
I would recommend, though, if you can, going to Miser House in advance before you do anything. Extra information about what we're dealing with would be very much appreciated.
Got it. Any strange activity around the house you know about?
Not that we're aware of.
Alright.
Good luck.
Well,
Good luck, Professor.
I'll see what I can do.
Upon returning to your hotel, and it's been a while, but you receive a message reading that the group has decided that its best next play is going to be to split up. They have a bunch of leads they need to investigate all around England, and they have to each take these on as quick as they can. The letter also informs you that they've now met somebody who they can trust named Edith Hayes. They think that she could make up a good potential candidate.
Ah.
The rest of the group is split up. Lewis has gone to Scotland. Edith is staying in London right now, and Clara has gone up to Derby.
What to do in the meantime?
Well, they've all agreed to gather up back by Friday, so for you, I think a good move is going to be to go investigate Miser House.
Yep.
Though if you have any other ideas of places you'd like to investigate, you have a chance.
My house should be first on the list, that's for sure.
Yep. It's a multi-day journey to get to Miser House. You have to take a train, and then you have to kind of go through walking. The Naze is swampland. Like, this is a swamp, basically.
Oh no.
It's gross, it's disgusting, and not that fun to be in. And the smell is putrid, and the sound of flies is just blech. English marsh, what you gonna do? But doing some hunting, you do find the house. It's located off of a little tiny, what is it? It's located inland from a river. Have to cross a bridge to get over there. The bridge has like a little gate that leads you onto the property, but it seems to be wide open right now. And before you stands the manor with its old Victorian architecture and it's 3 stories tall. It seems to have like people all over, just kind of patrolling the land. What do you want to do?
I can't get too involved. I'd like to. Are there other people approaching the house, going inside? I'd like to see them enter.
Yeah. This won't require a stealth check. You can keep a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it seems to be that there is a bunch of the servantry and people who like live here. They're just kind of preparing the house. It looks like there's no guests coming in, no secret groups or whatnot.
All right. So the servantry, do they? Yeah, they live in the house most likely.
They live in the house. They have a servant's quarters, it would appear.
All right. Just formulating some plans.
You may want to look around, see what other parts of the house there are.
What does the estate look like? Or is it
The
just the
estate
house?
is green and grassy. There's giant trees. Looking around the house, there's no obvious back doors except for a little place for a carriage to be stored or a car.
Mm-hmm.
But you could put a. But there is a coal chute next to it.
Oh. No.
Continuing around, there's also a side door into what looks like the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And in the backyard, right where the coal chute is, there's this stony amphitheater. Like made out of cobblestone.
Oh no. That doesn't bode much good.
But it's not being used right now.
Not now. No, not right now. We're doing a night. Okay. That gives me a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
There must be more. There must be more. Just doing a. I don't want to go inside because that's too dangerous for now. Until I get back up. A spot hidden for. No. I'm just going to investigate the amphitheater.
You go around in the amphitheater, you kind of keep low, you keep to the shadows, and eventually you see, oh, there's a giant engraved upside down ankh made amongst some of these stones. It's a bit subtle, you have to kind of put it out, but it's one of the upside down ankhs is there. There's
Mhm.
also what seems to be a fire pit where you can see some ash that's been burned from the past. And along with, give me that spot hidden check.
Pass.
Human bone.
Oh no.
Yeah, they do sacrifices here.
To be expected, but still welcome. Alright.
I will let you know right now, and I will give you this offer. I can tell you right now, I am prepared if you do want to try to investigate Miser House. And there are a few ways you can get in without being detected.
I love that you're prepared for that.
I'm prepared for if you want to enter Miser House, if you want to.
It is,
Who
it's
knows, you
mostly
might find
servants at the moment, so the real danger isn't even there.
Yeah.
Tempting.
What's your size again?
Do you really want to know that?
Yes, I do.
Quite impolite of you. 29.
You could squeeze into the coal chute.
Knew it. Alright. Might have an ID. I'll take a strong stick, wrap it around the tip of my whip.
Yep.
And then put it between the sides of the coal tube so I don't so I can climb out later.
Oh, that is so clever.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's good. I never even thought of that. Yeah, good move. Yeah, you take your whip, you put it there. I'm just gonna ask for a whip check just to be sure that it fully works according to plan.
Yep.
Yep, it's latched right there. You're able to climb back out of the coal chute when you're ready. And as you slide down this thin iron-like chute, you end up in a tiny room filled with coal. Your jacket's dusty. You have to hold on to your fez as you go down, but you can just you land there and not too much noise.
Okay.
No one's around. There's a door.
What else is in this room?
Shovel for moving coal into what looks to be the boiler over there. Yeah.
Too bad Lewis isn't here. Or could blow some stuff up.
Yeah. Though, keep that in mind.
Yeah, for sure.
Think of it right now, think of it right now that you're scouting ahead and gathering as much info as you can.
Yes. I'll peek through the keyhole of the door.
Peeking through there, you peer into. Yes, this is the full boiler room and the laundry, actually. There are some clothes being left out to hang by this one, maid, but then she walks out, and so the only person in the room is gone.
You knew that was exactly what I was looking for.
Yep.
That is what I wanted.
Yep.
We're gonna grab ourselves some disguises.
Looking around in here, you break into this room. You stay as quiet as a mouse. You look around, and eventually, you find a couple of options. There are the servants' clothes that you could take, but there's also cultist robes.
How many sets of clothes could I carry with me? Back up.
Full group of 4.
Whole group of 4. In that case, 1 servant, 3 cultists.
1 servant, 3 cultists. Good job. Good choice. Grab that full set. You put it in a bag nearby the. You have a bag nearby the door. You can leave it there if you want to go explore a little bit deeper, and you can take it on the way out. It's in an inconspicuous pile with some other things.
Okay.
There's a door to your right and a door to your left.
Which way did the servant go?
The servant went to the right.
You got a map, don't you? All right.
I do.
All right. I'm sure.
I'm gonna send you a map of all the rooms you actually scouted, so that way you have an idea of what you remember.
All right. Both keyholes.
Let's see. Both lead to hallways. Both have staircases leading upward. The interesting question is mostly concerning. Yes. The real thing is that one seems to lead to a wall, while the other has doors opposite it.
A hallway to a wall?
Like the hallway, and there's just a wall on the opposite side, but you could go down the hallway to see more.
Right.
And
yes.
the other side, there's doors opposite this one, many doors. Spot hidden, please. Actually,
will do. Look a little bit.
Yep.
Then
gonna pass it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, looking across the way, you're able to see the doors with have names on them. Like the doors have little names on them. They seem to be like Judy or Robert or whatnot.
I know where this is going. All right. All right. First, I want to listen on the door that I am at right now. The one with the hole with all names.
Okay. Listen check?
Yes.
How good you get will tell you the details you get.
Nope.
Do you want to push it but risk yourself being noticed?
No. We're gonna listen to the other door.
Yeah. Well, okay. All you hear from that side with all the doors is something along the lines of.
Great.
That's all you hear.
Okay.
I'm sure you could figure out what on earth I was saying.
Yeah. I know I was trying to. All right. All right. The other door. That. Oh, let's listen. I just saw it. I'll make it pass.
That passes. Yeah, you listen to the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
All clear. You do, however, hear the wishing and whirling of pipes, of water.
Water. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna have to take this real slow and careful, because as soon as I. Alright, how I see it now is that I see the only exit and entries. So I can't get someone behind me, which is very nice.
Yep.
As soon as I go to one of these doors, there's a possibility that when I get back, there is someone.
There is a chance, yes.
Alright, the laundry room. I'm sure that sometimes people will forget their keys. Where would the servants collect the keys for a little bit? I'm gonna do a spot hidden.
Oh, good idea, yeah.
Great chance that it's a key that I got no idea what it's used for. That is a success on heart.
You got a couple of you got like a little cabinet where they store like lost valuables. The big one is like a couple of keys. You're not sure where they go to, but you could hold on to them.
I'm stealing those.
All right, those are yours.
Thank you. I really have to try and restrict myself.
Mm-hmm. Want to go any further, or are you done here?
One more room. One more. We're gonna give a visit to the human sacrifices. The whole way with the names.
Well, it's not the human sacrifices room. This seems to be, and there's nobody in the hallway, though you do hear one couple just furiously going at it.
Good for them.
That's good cover for you. But this seems to be the servants' quarters. You can tell because there's sort of names and uniforms kind of hanged up. The rooms that are open are just like the servant bedrooms.
Okay.
This continues on down the hallway and then to the right, where you eventually end up back on the other side of the laundry room, which you see there's a bunch of little small water closets off to the side, which are filled with pipes and boilers and ducts and whatnot.
Yeah.
Which is what you were hearing earlier.
Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so
there are two
that
stairs
seems to be
lead up.
most of the bottom floor.
Yep.
You say that some of the doors of the servants' quarters are open, right? Probably because they're out and about in the house.
Yep.
We're gonna investigate them.
Alright.
Very, very sneaky.
Make me a luck check.
Wow.
Rude, right?
So rude. Unbelievable. Oh.
Oh my god, you
Oh
critted
my
a luck
god!
check. Okay, this rarely happens. So, first of all, roll 1d10.
Come on.
Nice, where are you?
Come on!
Try that again. Oh, wait, there we go, the result. Give yourself 3 in willpower.
That is very dangerous, you know that, right?
I know. And 5 sanity back. Like, holy crap! This is the second time that's happened this whole campaign.
Huh!
The first one was Charlie.
This is
your lucky day.
and
to honor this crit, you walk in there, you see a room, you see somebody's master key.
That is what I was looking for.
Alright, so you have a master key. This can open most of the doors. Keyword most. There are some that still have very specific locks.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's say that's a water hole. I'm going back.
Yep. You go back into there, you grab the bag of clothes, you put the key in the bag, take the bag over you like some kind of reverse Santa. And all I need is 1 stealth check. Because you're climbing up a coal chute made of iron that's going to make a bunch of noise if you're not careful.
Pass on heart.
Hell yeah!
I did it!
You sneak out, you grab all this stuff, You take a look as you get up to the top of the coal chute, you grab the bag, and you sneak off. To cover yourself, you momentarily take off your fez, put it in the bag, look like some random servant walking about with some bag that you needed to dispose of, and you leave. In it, you have 3 cultist robes and a master key. They are going to love you when you get back to them. It's like, don't worry, guys. I got us covered.
I'm prepared.
We prepared for this. Bam.
Oh, damn. That's also a good haul.
Uh,
Watch Clara think that... Oh, that's actually positive. I was expecting something very sarcastic.
sassy. We were expecting so sassy.
Yeah.
After a couple of days lying low, doing some research and getting in contact with people, by the time Friday arrives, you head your way back to London. You're back in London and preparing to meet with the rest of the gang. You hadn't been here before, but apparently there's a place they've come to find as a very nice hangout called the Two Starving Knolls Pub.